We're back on NFL Live and joint practice between the Browns and the Eagles. That's where we're going to go. We heard the Browns news earlier, Shedor's injury, but now to the Eagles side of things as the Super Bowl champs are hungry for a repeat. Sal Paolantonio is there. He's got more on Philadelphia.
Hey there, Laura. The Eagles' new offense under new offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo is still a work in progress, according to Jalen Hurts. Hurts said today, we want to continue to evolve and grow. He said he continues to have conversations with, quote, unquote, Coach KP. That would be Kevin Patullo. They're working on a lot of different things. They're working on the timing of getting out of the huddle, the snap, making sure the ball comes out quickly, consistency in the passing game, and the staple of what they do on offense. We saw a lot of that against the Browns in the joint practices today. The inside zone read run play with Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. In the preseason games, we will not see Jalen Hurts. We won't see him until they suit up for the Thursday night opener here in South Philadelphia against the Cowboys.
Sal, that'll be here before we know it. How about another joint practice? This one between the Titans and the Falcons. We zero in on Cam Ward, the #1 overall pick. He showed some promise in his first preseason game, completing 5 of 8 passes for 67 yards. He showed great connection with Calvin Ridley, completing 3 passes for 50 yards to him alone. Some nice throws there. When targeting all other receivers, he completed just 2 of 5 passes for 17 yards. Here's more from our Titans reporter, Turron Davenport.
Thanks, Laura. We just got done talking to Cameron Ward, and boy, did he drop a bomb. He said that he believes this Titans offense could be a top 10 unit with him under center. Ward pointed to the offensive line that he said brings a lot of energy, especially J.C. Latham, and also the running backs, and most importantly, he pointed to the wide receivers. And Ward is just a guy that has confidence not only in himself, but with the guys that he's playing with. And that receiver group, he said that they should be a top 5 unit in the league. They're equipped with Calvin Ridley as well as Tyler Lockett, so he likes to get the ball to them. And then you have the young receivers, the rookies, in Alec Ayumanner and Chimere DK. Those are all guys that Ward is looking for every single day. But I also asked Ward about stability, and he had an interesting take on that because he didn't have stability in college. But he said that he wants to be the reason why Brian Callahan is a top 5 coach in the league, and he would love to be in the league for a long time with Callahan as his coach, Nick Holtz as his offensive coordinator, and Bo Hardegree as his quarterback coach. From Flowery Branch on the Titans, I'm Turron Davenport. Back to you, Laura.
Oh, thanks, Turron. Mina, some strong expectations for Cam Ward. What stood out to you about him and this offense last week, actually seeing him out there?
Well, I thought he flashed a lot of the attributes that made him the #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
The accuracy, the arm talent. He's such a snappy release, and he's able to throw from different angles. I love watching him move in the pocket. Good understanding of defensive leverage and positioning. But if I'm a Titans fan, beyond Ward, a couple things that excite me. One, you talked about this, the connection with Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I was watching Ridley. I was watching Ward in this game, but it was such a reminder to me that Ridley really does have the skills to be a #1 receiver in the NFL. The deep over that he hits him, beautiful throw, high degree of difficulty catch. And then the other thing I think you're optimistic about is the play of the offensive line. You know, they had a lot of starters out there. This is a unit they've invested a lot of draft picks and money in. It's coached by Bill Callahan, Brian Callahan's dad, who's one of the great offensive line coaches. I thought they looked good in this first outing against the Bucs backups. So a lot to be excited about if you're a Titans fan.
Top 10 offense is bold, and that's what we just heard. That is asking a lot for a rookie quarterback with a lot of question marks across that offense. I will say this: Callie and Halls go back a long way. They were high school teammates, and now you've got your head coach, who was Joe Burrow's whisperer, and your offensive coordinator, who was Derek Carr's whisperer in those good Raiders years. And they gave up on Will Levis. Like, that wasn't happening. This is the second opportunity, and they love Cam Ward. So I look at this team in year 1 of Cam Ward. Let's get a nice little start here. But to think playoffs or top 10 offense, that's asking a lot for a first-year player with a team that was maybe the worst offense in the league last year.
Yeah, Peter, I had the good fortune of working with Bill Callahan, and we started the show talking about how Josh Allen and the Bills don't lose games. The reason they gave up on Will Levis was 59 sacks, and then he led the league with 18 fumbles lost, guys. So what does Cam Ward do? He doesn't turn the ball over. He was second in the nation last year behind Cade Klubnik in terms of TD to interception ratio. So I love what he's doing, as Mina alluded to. Like, he'll have great chemistry with Calvin Ridley. I think that'll happen over time. However, he will take care of the ball. This team will be hard to beat because they won't have those self-inflicted wounds. I love the fundamentals of how Cam Ward plays, and that's going to translate to on-field success.
Mina, people forget just how hard it is to be a rookie quarterback in this league.
Yeah.
What does success for Cam Ward look like in this first season to you?
I think it looks a lot like what we saw in the preseason game. Some rookie mistakes. He bailed on a pocket early on, but as the game progressed, you saw development. You saw him settling in. You saw him hitting a lot of throws, I thought, from inside the pocket with the quick release that gave me hope. We could see more of that in the future.
Yeah.
That's where he's going to succeed in the NFL.
Look legit.
And no, like, pre-snap penalties, no self-inflicted wounds.
right.
And so far, these young rookie quarterbacks are off to a great start with that.